Hey, Aria. Did you notice the title? How's it going? Did you guys notice the title? So I am going to be talking to basically souls that have crossed over. Tonight's going to be a little bit different tonight. We're switching it up. So I don't usually do this as a channel. Usually I do, regular like guidance and stuff. But I used to do this a lot, actually. I won't say a lot, but I did used to do this on Facebook, and just want to see what happens tonight. Basically, I'm going spirit, deceased loved ones, and I'm going to be doing what I usually do, which is all that I do is basically receive signs. It was good. I was doing a little bit of, I was singing karaoke with my friend, but she had to go home. So, but I kind of want the fun to continue. So that's why I'm here. So, hopefully this should be interesting. Hopefully I'm able to bring through and interpret signs. I don't know what I'm going to see, but I'm going to hope that spirit is pretty specific in whatever they want to show me. Basically, I just want you all, everyone, to know that their loved ones are still with them. Oh yeah. So I want to do Aria. So I don't know if you're open to this, but if there's someone in spirit that you would like to get a sign from, could be somebody that, I don't know, I can't assume that everybody has lost somebody, but you can give me their name, and I'm going to see. I'm going to tune into their energy and see what comes through. So let me know. Should be fun. Helena. Okay, don't tell me anything about Helena, okay? You're gonna be our first. Oh, not Helena. Okay. I'm still my heck. Okay. That's an interesting name. Do me a favor, as of right now, go ahead and just think about them. That's all that I want you to do. Austrian. You're Austronesian too? That definitely looks like an Austronesian name. Okay. Almost done here with my prep. Give me a few moments here. Okay. So, oh, cool. So, just a disclaimer. I don't usually do mediumship readings, but I can still do them. I don't know how efficient I'm going to be at doing this. Because my symbol dictionary usually is... Basically, I'm comfortable usually with how translating the Holy Spirit, basically, to give guidance here. So what I'm asking here, when I do mediumship, I'm asking spirits to give me specifics, maybe things about them when they were alive. Maybe they might show me something about how they passed. I'm gonna let you guys know I will question myself, but I don't mind being vulnerable, and not being perfect all the time. Just know that everything that I see is gonna be up for interpretation, okay? So I don't know what's gonna come through, but I'm just gonna trust. I'm also gonna I know there's probably going to be souls that are going to be lining up here, and they might be. So I'm also going to ask one at a time, no exceptions. I'm also going to ask my spirit guides to also help me out here, guard my energy, only things from the light, and one at a time. Spirits must come in at one at a time, that's it. Okay, thank you very much. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and begin. So, Maori. Oh, no. Ngahekinga. Alright, so I'm still going to use my cards as a way to tune in. Wish me luck. Okay. So I'm going to just focus on this name here. I'm just going to do exactly what I do every time. We'll see. Hope for the best. I just really want you guys to, you know, get signs from your loved ones. Okay. So with this person, na Hekana, they're bringing through the Justice card, which usually deals with creating balance, tipping the scales, things like this. Oh, get my phone, get my chart here. Okay. So with this, Ngahekana is showing me that, I think with what I'm seeing here with my table here, they're showing me that if there was any reason for them to be sad about anything, that they are now healing that sadness and that grief, okay? That's my interpretation of what I'm seeing here, and then I'm going to close my eyes and get a feel for this. Is this fan like too loud? Oops. Hold on. I wonder why that happened. That never happens. It's weird. Okay. So I can hear them. They're saying, I'm late, I'm sorry, I'm late, I'm sorry. Okay? And in my head, I started to see it almost looked like a house in the distance, but there was like almost like it seemed like a little get together that was happening in the inside of this house, but they're also showing me some kind of bicycle. Okay? So these are the signs. They're saying, I'm sorry that I'm late. Okay? I'm sorry that I'm late. This is what they're saying. I feel like this is a male. Is this a male? Okay, 1 second. Okay. They're saying, I'm sorry, I was a kid. I'm sorry, I was a kid. And they're showing me something, this is related to a tough decision. Some kind of tough decision that they, I don't know what this was. And here they're showing me that they're healing they're healing on the level of guilt, which I would say is they've either because people in guilt usually, like I said, they usually kind of tend to themselves. They have kind of selfish tendencies, victim mentality tendencies. They kind of get angry real quickly. They only want to listen to what they think. They don't want to take advice, okay? But then they're healing this part of themselves. Is this person like, was their skin kind of dark? And there's something about, this person has like very round features, and that's what's coming up in my head. And I don't know if this person was, the way they dressed is kind of like classic, kind of. I feel like they're dressed up a little bit. But it's still like casual, because I feel like they're showing me this hat. It's like a cap, kind of like an old-fashioned kind of cap thing. But this person looks like they have really big cheeks. Not big, but like round cheeks kind of features that they're showing me. Does this make sense? Yeah. They're showing me again. Okay, hold on. Okay, there's something about fear here. But this has to do with, hold on, I don't even know what this is. Okay. He keeps telling me something about a hard choice that he had to make, but that he kept running away from this. Does this make sense? He was running away from a tough decision, something like this. Do you know what this is? And they're showing me that this has fear. Do you know what this is, hon, Aria? They're showing me courage here, though. My heart is like, my heart doesn't usually like beat really fast, but my heart is beating so fast right now. Okay. There's something about him saying, is this a guy? Aria, are you still here? Are you still here? JP. Could you try Yes, I will try connecting. last thing here for Arya. There's something about him talking about something that he couldn't skip. I feel like this is something that is this a he? I feel like it's a male. There's something that he had some kind of priority or an obligation that he had to deal with. It feels like he wanted to avoid it, but he couldn't. He couldn't avoid it. He had to face it. And so he faced it, and he was still showing up for whatever this was. He's saying, okay, tomorrow I'm planning to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be available. Because he kept saying, I can't skip this. I can't skip this. I don't know. One last thing here. Are you understanding any of this? Okay, I'm going to ask him, how did you pass? How did you pass? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this. It's very rare that I'd be able to pick up on. Okay, so there's a lot of, he's basically, okay. Okay, I'm gonna get this. King of Wands. I asked him how he passed, and he's giving me they're giving me the King of Wands here. This is somebody usually full of energy, really bold, very confident, and then he takes me to the level of anger here, which usually tells me that someone is like working towards or struggling towards working towards a goal or something. He shows me a door that's locked. And I think he has all these keys. And he's like, I can't get this door to open. Like, it won't, none of these keys fit. He's telling me. Okay. The last thing he tells me, I think he's telling me that he's in love with a girl. I don't know who, but this is what I think this is what he's showing me. I don't know if it's symbolic, but I don't think it's symbolic. I think he's telling me straight up that he's in love with some girl. Is this a guy? Is this a man? I have no idea. I feel like it's a man. One more here. And I don't know what this last one is, but he's showing me, he's telling me about that he loves the light. I think this is what he's telling me. He loves the light, and I think he's saying, I'm sorry. I think that's what he said. It's like a paradox thing. He loves the light, but then I feel sad at the the same time. So that's for, hopefully you understand the messages that were coming through here from your friend here. Cool. Thank you for being on a little warm up. I'm gonna go with, you picked up on another spirit that I know. Are you serious? That's crazy. You know, I can always try again too. And I want to know what you resonated with. What? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? I'd like to know what you resonated with that. And then I'm gonna go with 1, 2, 3. I'm awake. How are you? 1, 2, 3 awake. Hey Karen. I bet you people are gonna be like, I don't know. You think people are gonna be freaked out? Anger issues, the frustration, the anxiety. And Aria, hey, if there's nobody else that says hi or that wants me to connect, I want to try to connect one more time to your friend. This time I'm going to ask Spirit to bring only the spirit that in which you're trying to connect to, okay? Because I think that does happen. I think I have to be very specific too, because I'm just gonna close my eyes real quick, and I want to get a sense of how many souls are actually gonna try to come through, are trying to get through. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of energy here. Okay. I think I was thinking of this one. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, I'm awake. So you're trying to connect to Rob, right? Rob. Okay, let me focus on Rob. So I'm just gonna keep shuffling until I feel Rob come through my field. Rob. 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 You have a birthday? Rob. 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 Is there something about hospital meant? I'm starting to see like hospital. That's literally coming through, like hospital. Rob. 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 Okay. Okay, so I'm reading for 1, 2, 3. I'm reading for Karen. 1, 2, 3 awake. Okay, so nobody else. Sorry, no offense. But whoever you're trying to connect to will come next. Okay. So this is for Rob. Rob only. Okay. They gave me the Justice card again. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes here. Okay, was this guy like exceptionally good looking? Okay. There's something, why am I seeing there's something about a hotel? And I feel like I think this may be symbol, I don't know, but they're showing, I feel like I'm being brought into a hotel, and they're saying they carried me in into the hotel. I don't know what this is. Were they a wine drinker? Did they drink wine? Or does somebody drink wine? Is somebody a big wine drinker? Because this and that correlates with the level of courage, so this is obviously something positive. I don't know, maybe they look forward to this. Okay, let me ask what this wine thing is. But that's literally what I saw. Let me ask about this wine. Okay. So there's, I don't know what this is. So, they're showing, so this spirit is showing me my symbol for addiction. But imagine they're looking at just this general word addiction, right, to something. But then they're looking at addiction and they're saying, I have trust issues. So again, they're showing me my symbol for addiction, and they're sitting there, and they're like, I have trust issues. So I don't know what that is. Okay, this is weird. This is weird. I don't know how to explain this because it's all coming in through symbolic, but they're showing me something about being locked in, like kind of restrained in a controlled environment, but they're telling me that they liked this. They were fond, or they preferred, I don't know, in isolation. I keep seeing a guitar. And I don't know what is obviously love is surrounded in this when I keep closing my eyes about this, and they keep showing me this guitar. I don't know if it's symbolic or literal, but I think they're talking about something that was important to them. No way. Are you kidding? Oh shit. Did he write? Did he write lyrics and stuff? I'm adorable. Okay, one last thing. How did you pass? How did you pass? Shut up! Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay, how did you pass? Were they sick? Were they sick? Did they have an illness? Was it cancer? I think it was a sickness. There was an illness here. You don't know? Okay. The last thing that they're showing me, there's a real big emphasis on family here. One last thing, I want to specify, I want to see again, like, I want him to, I want to get a sense of, like, how he passed. And then I'm going to go back to Arya. Hold on, it takes a little bit of time for me to get, like, because I have to reach a very deep level in my meditation to start, like, for the images to start project. So give me a minute here. I think there is some kind of, I think there's a disease. I think he's bringing up some kind of doctor, and that I think it was very simple. It's coming through. He's telling me that the doctor didn't know or something. There was some kind of, like, mystery or some kind of, like, I don't know. But he's talking about some kind of doctor, and the doctor didn't know. That's what's coming through. It's very simple. Okay. Hey, Michaela, let's go back to, I want to go back to Arya here. I want to connect to their friend, or whoever this was. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm pretty shocked that I got the guitar thing. I don't see that often. So that was good. I like that one. Arya, are you still here? You guys can do this too. Don't forget. Okay, Arya, here we go. Do you have a birthday? Can you give me the name one more time and the birthday, please? Thanks for letting me read your spirit. I might have taken his life. He was a character who got charges against him for some misconduct. Okay, so that was totally off. I was totally off. But he was, I wonder what that was. I swear to God. So that's, it would have been better if you knew how he died, so then I could get validation on it. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna concentrate on this name here. Hello, Jivan Karang with Sanyo. So this is definitely just practice here. I haven't done this for a while, but these are definitely interesting when I do them. Okay. So, Arya, hopefully I'm connecting to the spirit, but your spirit gave me the 5 of Cups, so this has to do with a sense of loss, disappointment, things like this. Okay, so I'm gonna close my eyes here. Yeah, 1 second. Wish me luck. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, they're saying, I gave it a chance, and I'm sorry. I gave it a chance, and I'm sorry. So I feel really disappointed in myself. They're carrying fear here, just a little bit, still. But they're basically healing any kind of grief that they had. But they have fear. They still have fear for some reason. Hold on, let's see what this is. Okay. This person, they're in pain. They're saying, I'm not awake. I'm not awake. I feel like they're telling me they didn't have their head on straight. On some level, they were off. And I feel like there's guilt here. There's guilt. They're feeling guilty. But they're acknowledging that, like, I'm off. I'm off. That's what they're saying. And they're healing shame there. So if they have felt bad about themselves at all, they've taken a back seat here so that they don't have to be in the limelight. And not in the limelight, but like really feel all that shame. Okay, 1 second. There's a lot of disappointment in themselves. And there's a huge. I think they're saying sorry. I think they're saying sorry, but it's the same thing that keeps coming through. There's like disappointment in oneself. Okay, lastly here, make it good. Make it good for your whoever this for Aria here. What do you want to say before you leave them? If anything, what they're showing me is that they're healing themselves from any shame that they felt towards themselves. Hold on, let me see. I think this spirit needs prayers. I think this spirit is still, I don't think this spirit has, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to tune in one more time, but I think this spirit needs healing. This spirit needs to be prayed over. I think they're still a little bit lost. Are you okay? Are you in the light? Let me ask this. Are you in the light? I don't think this person is in, I don't think this spirit is in the light. This spirit needs prayers. They're still struggling. I hate to say this, but this is what I'm feeling. Let me just, hold on, let me just pray over this spirit right now, hold on. I feel like they need to, you must think I'm associated with many people. Why, what? Why would you say that? That's not what I'm thinking. I just know that there are a lot of spirits that need help. I'm telling this person that they just need to forgive themselves and that it's okay. It's alright. I told you this is not my forte. I don't usually do these types of readings. So who's your friend? It's likely maybe I'm not even connecting to your friend here. That's also possible. And I might just be, because I'm opening myself up to deceased people, and so I don't have control of what comes through as well. Okay, so this is definitely not your sister. I'm so sorry. That is really, like, that's actually a really big disappointment. Okay, but you see, what I was picking up on, that kind of makes sense. There was an apology that was coming through. And like I said, this spirit is not complete, they're not in the light. This kind of makes sense. And this is what I'm saying, this spirit needs healing. Like I said, there's a lot of disappointment and guilt. So this kind of makes sense. I'm so sorry. This makes sense. I would pray over your sister. Connect with her and tell her that it's okay. That they can forgive themselves. I'm trying to tell them right now. I don't know if she's listening. Hold on. Okay. I feel like I've opened up just a little bit. It feels like she's starting to assess her own self, and she's telling me, okay, I understand. But I don't think she's like completely there yet, because she's showing me that she's still trapped inside a box. Hold on, let me just I can feel there's density here. There's density in the air. I kind of just asked my spirit guides to help them cross over. I'm gonna close my eyes and see if that did anything. She's scared. She's really scared. I don't know. Just let it go. Hold on. I feel really, really compelled here. Hold on. I think she's talking to you. I think she's saying, I loved her. I've always loved her, is what I just got right now. I don't know why, but she's just, I don't know why. I don't know, I might have to spend more time with her. But she's really scared. She has like a big wall up there, and I don't quite understand why. But I can probably, when I have some time alone by myself, I'll try to help her out. I'm gonna try to focus on this fear of hers, because it's a huge wall that she has up. It's like almost like I kind of like freaked her out a little bit here. Just trying to give her some words of encouragement to forgive yourself or whatever, but she's reluctant. Anyway. Anyway, so I'm going to go on and try to connect to somebody new. Still got some energy here. Anyone else want me to connect to someone? This is kind of interesting. Hey, Michaela. Okay. Hey, Ronak. So who would like me to connect to somebody in the spirit world? Okay, Michaela's been here for a while. Okay, so who do you want to connect to, Michaela? Tonight we're just doing mediumship here. We're giving opportunities for souls to connect. So, Michaela, let me know who you'd like to connect to in the spirit world, and I'm going to do my best. I'm sorry, I don't really understand. Yeah, you got to. You got to try new things, experience new things, and see how your instrument handles it, you know? Don't be scared. You're not going to grow unless you try new stuff. It's intimidating at times. It's not going to be perfect. But I can tell the spirit that I just connected to, like, there's dense energy here. And this is not common for me. So this is why I'm staging right now. And I'm asking all energies, entities not aligned with spiritual law in my oversoul, please leave my space, my energy field, now. Yeah, give me a name so that I can connect to the spirit. Okay. So I'm just gonna try to get a few symbols here just so that I can get some signs and let them know that they're still around. Why are you saying my bad? There's no reason to say my bad. This is the universe. This is what it is. This is not your design. You didn't design it, so why are you apologizing? Carol. I'm gonna ask the souls that come through to kind of give me a little bit of their personality. If you could maybe give me an occupation. Maybe you want to give me a memory that you had with Michaela. Something very distinct and unique that will let us know that it is you. These are the types of things I would like you to come through with. Okay? I want no other souls to come through except for Carol. That is it. I am in control. What I say goes. Thank you. And we're going to see what comes through. Okay, so with Carol, the Queen of Pentacles is coming through. So Queen of Pentacles usually will indicate someone who takes care of their health, is good with their hands, is generous with their time. They know how to make people feel better. They're steady support for people. They're responsible, things like this. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes. Okay. What I feel they're showing me is that I feel like they did a lot of they're coming through, and they're showing me that they likely did a lot. They likely achieved a lot in their life. They likely took on challenges a lot. They likely had fun doing it. They had fun like learning, attaining new skills. Okay. Did they create things, like, were they like doing like arts and crafts stuff? Were they building things with their hands? I'm also seeing flowers, and I'm also seeing things about like carpentry. So just know that when I translate energy, basically my brain will come up with the closest thing that I have in my brain that will mirror the type of energy that they're trying to give. Okay, if that makes any sense. Okay. You see, hold on, let me see. That's crazy. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit different here. She's showing me the piano too, or this could be symbolic too, because sometimes I see just musical instruments. It's not often that I see piano. It could be symbolic, but this is very, very clear in my head. And so but then this has to do with lower levels here. This has to do with, hold on. Okay, what I feel like she just showed me here, she had a very friendly side to her. And I feel like she's talking about like people around her, she attracted people, but then she had a really tough side. I don't know what this has to do with, but there's a contrast here that she could just turn that tough. I feel like she's telling me she's strict in some way, and she had to turn that on for some particular reason, but she's showing me two sides of her. And I think that's what the shame here is, when like if she needed to, if moments like this where she needed to turn that on to keep people safe, I think. She's showing me. Here we go. Okay. It's the same thing though. I think even the piano is related to all this. Or the flute, whatever. I don't even know what it means. Okay. Last thing here. I don't know what this is. I feel like she started showing me colored pencils and then it turned into crayons. And then she focused on the color blue. It was like a dark blue. So I don't know how you might connect to this. I don't know if she used that color a lot. I have no idea. One last thing here. Why did I start seeing Mary Poppins coming through? But I think she's also telling me my story was cut short. My story was cut short. And then I start to see Mary Poppins. I don't know. This is what's coming through. Okay? This is for you. Okay. Not bad. Alright, who is next? This spirit, though, has a lot of positive energy. This spirit knew who she was, okay? So this spirit is definitely in the light, and I think they're still doing creative stuff on the other side, honestly. This had really good vibes to it. It's very consistent. Very, very consistent. Okay, Sherry. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to people. Let me make sure. You guys having fun? Sorry, I know I'm not smiling a lot, but I'm kind of taking this seriously. I don't usually do mediumship readings a lot, so I'm trying to do a good job for y'all. One second, okay? I'm gonna just do something real quick. Yes, if you guys could like the video, that'd be cool too. Oh, hold on. Is your mom got murdered? I'm so sorry. Jesus. I'm getting shocked by these things. Dang. If you really want to get read, you know, I'm just trying to create a relaxing environment for myself. Okay? No offense. Sorry to put you guys second, but really I'm doing this for me. So I'm trying to make sure I have a good time. If you truly want to get a read from me and you want to ask a specific question, my donation links, I can post them there. But you let me know. But other than that, I'm trying to enjoy myself. This is Friday night. I had a hard week. Imagine, this is what I do for fun. Crazy, right? So I'll put my donation links up in there if you truly want me to give you some attention. But other than that, I'm gonna do what is here in the title, which says mediumship stuff. Know what I mean? No offense, but listen, if you want to put $1, if you want to give it $1, I'm about to post my donation links there for you. Okay, I'm always here for you, but there gotta be some kind of exchange here. But if you guys don't want to give, I'm gonna do what I want to do. No offense, okay? Still love you. Here's my donation links, okay? There you go. Much love. I'll look forward to your donation. Right? I try. Yeah, especially if you give $1 to it, that's when I'm just like, okay, I gotta do a real good job. So my energy's, I usually be like, okay, let's do it right now, you know? But other than that, if there's nobody giving donations, I'm here to have fun. Okay? Okay. Sherry. Yeah. Thank you too. Thanks for understanding. Sherry. Robert. Okay, let's see. Okay, Robert. You know who you are. Please step to the front. For your friend Sherry here. Okay. Spirit guides, please assist Robbie to come through. Robbie only. No other souls may interfere. Robbie, if you could please come through with your personality, maybe your occupation, maybe how you died. But please try to be very unique with the things that you show me and make me feel so that we know that it's you. We love you. Robbie. I don't know. I don't have a costume for that, but okay, Robbie. Oh, you didn't make it. No, you didn't make it unfun. I'm having fun. No, I'm talking to people who are telling me that they want to get read, and they're telling me that they waited a long time. But that was my response to tell them, like, if they really want me to give them some attention, my donation links are right there. They've always been there, you know. But other than that, I'm just gonna stick to mediumship. Yeah, that was my whole point. Okay, so Rob. Are you ready to come through, Rob? We hope so. Spray some of this thing. My friend got it for me from Europe. It's like the oldest type of cologne. It's like the oldest cologne that there ever was. It's really like invigorating, like awakens my senses. Yeah, these are for free. Okay, so Rob, please come through here for your friend. Okay, so Rob, hopefully this is Rob that's coming through, chose the Knight of Pentacles to come through as the tarot card, basically. Knight of Pentacles usually will really show signs for me that somebody was maybe hardworking. Maybe if they had a goal, they really, really focused on it. Likely hard-headed, stubborn, dedicated, stuff like this. Sorry. Okay. So likely this had to do with a particular goal they had, but they're here in pride. So this usually has like a sense of defensiveness to it, but I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay. Okay, so this image that's coming through here, they're showing me a house with a tree and there's like a swing, and I think there's a child there too. Very, very faint. I think it was a young child, almost like a baby. But I'm also hearing that on some level that they built this home. I don't know, it's symbolic, but I feel like they're showing me that this house that they built, and I think there's a child that's in this picture here. There's a tree with a swing, and then I'm hearing, I built this home, I built this house, something like this. Okay, there's definitely addiction here. There's definitely addiction that they struggled with, I feel. And they're saying there's something about he wasn't anticipating anything. As in, like, he wasn't, like, looking towards or waiting for anything, basically, that was coming up in the future for him, something like this. But they're saying, I wasn't anticipating blah, blah, blah. Something like this. I wasn't anticipating whatever. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so this is either, okay, look. Okay, Spirit shows me the word money a lot, but to me, this usually symbolizes something that they really valued or that lit them up, right? Or it could mean, actual money, okay? So I don't know which one it is here, but they're showing me this symbol of money or something really valuable, and then they showed me like almost like a cracked egg, and they're saying this cracked me open. Okay, there's something about, I don't know what this was. I don't even know if it's like, it did feel there was a sense of like, I don't know, I can't even say, and I'm not gonna say anything that I don't know. But I've never seen this like cracking open of something. Sorry, hold on. I was scared of change. I was scared of change, and then that says no tomorrow. I was scared of change, and then no tomorrow. So I don't know what that is. Okay, so what comes through is basically no change, sister. So I don't know if they're talking to you. I have no idea. But no change, and then the word sister. And usually when I see the word sister, it means responsibility, an obligation to something. No change, and then the word responsibility is coming through. Okay, a few more things here. Can you tell that it's him? Can you tell? I know these are a little bit vague, but... Okay, hold on. Okay, look what he gave you. Look what he's giving you. 2 of Cups. This is deal with like friendship, cooperation, seeing each other, seeing eye to eye, deep connections, things like this. Listen, there's a lot of shame here that they're healing. they're showing me that they've healed a lot. They're healing there's a lot of shame that they carried. Okay, so if they felt like they weren't good, or they weren't enough, or they felt sick somehow, if they were struggling, he keeps showing me that he's healing away from this. Okay, one last thing here. It's weird. I think he's telling me that when he was a kid, he was a happy kid, but he was also an angry kid for some reason. It was first coming through as like, oh, I was a happy kid, and then it just turned angry for some reason. And it could deal with the Two of Cups here. I just don't know how it connects. And one last here. Make it good, please. This is weird. It could be symbolic too, but he's showing me being at the dentist. And I keep getting this image of somebody like they're getting their teeth done at the dentist. But I want to know what they're talking. I'm trying to get the vibe about this dentist image that they're giving me. He's saying, I don't give in to this very easily. Or he won't agree to be looked at, worked on, being seen intimately, something like this. But he's saying, I won't give in to this. And he's showing me basically Are you kidding? Okay, so, whoa, that's crazy. Are you so you think that's it? Literally? Oh my god, that's crazy. Dang. How long ago did you have this dental surgery thing? Okay, so did you feel that it was your guy? That's my only goal here, making sure that you guys get to feel like, yeah, that definitely was, that's my only hope. if you guys, you'd think that I'd be like, oh my god, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm gonna say, and probably gonna look stupid doing these mediumship. No, you just gotta be relaxed and you just gotta like have fun with it. You know, like you gotta be intrigued about like, oh, I wonder what's gonna come through. You know what I mean? That's all it is. So you guys can do this too. You guys can read for me and each other. Spirit is always here around us, you guys. Hey! Okay. I still have energy, so who is next? I'm having a good time. Hopefully you guys are having a good time too. I think my friend texted me. Hold on, let me make sure. Who is next? I still have energy. I still feel pretty good. This is fun. I'm having fun. I'm glad I'm hitting some points, I guess. Okay, Carrie. Yes. So, who would you like me to connect to? Do you have a name? Aw, Aria, thanks for... I need to go get water from my car. Oh wait, I have water right here. Got some water. My friend didn't finish her water, so I'm gonna finish it. She doesn't have cuties. Let me just meditate for a second. Okay, don't tell me too much. Oh, no, Sherry. Okay, yeah. Sign, he saw that he was a minister, so not giving. And maybe that he built a ministry. Oh, yeah. The house thing, I really like that part. When he first came through with that symbol and he was telling me, oh, I built this, basically. So that baby, too, with the tree and the swing, that looked very, like, fertile. And, yeah, it's a nice picture that they sent me. Okay, so I'm just gonna reconnect with myself here. Isn't this interesting? I'm so glad you find it. Yeah, Aria, see, if you find this interesting, you're just like me. I'm finding this super interesting. Especially when you do things that are like totally outside of your comfort zone. I don't know if you guys have heard of Yes Theory, but they're a YouTube channel. But I'm more of a fan of like their earlier videos where they would do things that were totally outside of their comfort zone, and it was just they just created magic when they just got on with it, you know. And you know what they found? Always what they found were kind people and connections, and when you get over your fear and you just do it, you know, you just do whatever you're not comfortable with, and you just see what happens, and it's usually a good time. Hold on, I'm gonna connect here with myself, reconnect and stabilize myself, recalibrate and all. Okay. He was there. I was put out for hours. Are you crazy? I mean, not crazy. Are you serious? Seriously, that does happen. When I first started to do like mediumship stuff, I was reading this woman. No, she was a girl. I think she was like in her early 20s. But when I first closed my eyes when I was first doing this stuff, I closed my eyes and I felt like I was in a bathroom basically, and because I could see a sink, and then I started to see the mirror kind of fog up, and then I just kind of felt, or I just kind of knew that there was like some kind of writing on the mirror, and I was describing this to her. I was like, okay, I feel like I'm in a bathroom and I see the sink there, and I see there's a fogged up mirror, and I feel like I'm writing something on the thing, on the mirror, like I'm writing in the you know, the because it gets foggy, misty. Anyway, and then she literally, whoever I was reading for, she was like literally telling me she was in the bathroom a couple weeks back, and she felt like she was being watched and then she got out of the shower, and she felt like writing something on the mirror, and I was blown out of my mind, the fact that she mentioned that. And I was actually doing a reading for her mom, who she was like thinking about, and she wrote "I love you" on the mirror. So that was like one of my first moments of like, holy crap, you know, kind of like, damn. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Okay. Good morning. Okay, so I'm gonna read for, who's it? Carrie, right? Carrie. So it's Carrie's turn. Carrie, do you have a person? I'm reading for Carrie, right? Is it Carrie? I don't remember saying Carrie. We got a Sherry, we got a Carrie. Hey, Paldinder. I think I'm reading for Carrie. Am I reading for Carrie? Carrie, you just gotta let me know that. Do we have a Carrie? Is Carrie still here? Going once, going twice. Okay, Carrie. So do you have a name that I can focus on? Okay, Angela. Okay. Don't tell me anything else about Angela, okay? Okie dokie. Angela. Hello. Angela. Please come through here for Carrie. Spirit guides, please assist Carrie. Angela. To send signs here for Carrie. Let them know that it's you. Please come through with your personality. Please come through with maybe what you loved, maybe what your occupation, maybe a memory of you and Carrie. And please focus on things that are very unique. You can show me, I prefer you to show me images, maybe even like movie clips in my head, to let us know that it's you, Angela. And all other souls, please stand by, do not interfere. And only to connect to Angela and Angela only. Thank you. I like how you thanks. My name's JP. So, okay, Angela. Angela. Okay, so hopefully Angela is the one who's chosen this card as an omen. So it's the Two of Pentacles, basically. This usually will come in a reading to describe an energy that it usually will signify somebody who has a lot of responsibilities that they have to balance, but usually that they're usually doing it really well. It's almost like superwoman, like doing things like doing everything for everybody and trying to, like, you know, responsible, and you know what I mean? Okay, whatever. Let me see. I say whatever because this usually, I don't pay too much attention to it, but it does tie into the reading. Okay. So I'm going to close my eyes here, but they're showing me whatever this has to do with. It has to do with the level of pride, and whatever this has to do with, they're likely continuing to, I don't know, I'm just closing my eyes. I don't want to talk too much. Okay, just don't tell me too much, okay? Tell me at the very end. Just don't give away too much. Okay, so here they're talking about the very end. I don't know, maybe this is the very end of their life, I'm not sure, but they're talking about the very end of something, but it's also associated with giving their energy to something that was undeserving. That makes sense. So again, they're talking about at the end of, I don't know what end of is, but it's associated with giving your energy to something that was undeserving. Okay. But I think this person loved life. I think this person definitely loved life. I think this person was spiritually evolved. They focused on creating beauty in the world in whatever form or fashion they wanted to do that. But they're showing me that they really loved life. And here, they're showing me here that whatever, I'm going to close my eyes. This has to do with, before I close my eyes, what they're going to show me has to do with letting go of something fearful that maybe they had. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes, and it should relate to a sense of letting go of fear. Okay. Okay. So this looks like they're talking about a relationship, but they like to test their boundaries with this. I think it's a particular relationship, as in they usually challenged people, maybe they pushed people's limits, but I think it was, I don't know, all out of fun. I don't know, this might be part of their personality, but again, they liked to push people's limits. But it came through with a vision of people like in a boxing ring. So I don't know, maybe whatever they did stirred things up. I don't know, caused a little conflict. Okay, I don't know, but that's what's coming through. But it's pushing people's limits, pushing the boundaries, seeing what happens, having fun doing it, but you know, it wasn't always orderly, basically. I'm not going to read your comments until later, okay? Because I don't want to know anything. So you can write whatever you want, but I'm going to not read anything until I'm finished here. Okay. So what I'm gonna close my eyes in a second, but what I'm about to say has to deal with them, the spirit, basically looking at, taking a situation and saying, there's no hope here. I'm giving up on X, Y, and Z. There's no hope. You know, being closed off to something here. And I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay. This has to do with growth, okay? I think on some level, whatever this has with the symbol that they're trying to get through here, maybe just to let you know that it's them, they stunted their own growth on, I don't know what this has to do with, but at the same time, it doesn't feel, I don't feel any like disappointment with regards to them like basically giving up, you know, furthering themselves, learning more, whatever this has to do, challenging themselves in order for growth. It kind of feels like this is what it is. Okay, let's see what this one is. Okay. They're showing me something that they were responsible for. They're showing me the word responsibility, and then they're showing me a staircase to responsibility, and they're saying, no, I'm not going up there. I'm not going to do it. I don't know what this has to do with. Okay. Lastly here, they're showing me some shame here. They're showing me shame. So this is obviously going to deal with something where they feel either little, small, inferior, a need for being protected, shielding themselves from something, wanting to, or feeling like they can't give, okay? Oh gosh, this one is a little bit hard for me. As in, it doesn't feel good. I feel like whatever they're trying to send to me, trying to make me feel about, is that it almost feels a little bit self-centered, selfish a little bit, because they're wanting their own space, basically. I don't know how you connect with this, but they're showing me, just like this, they're showing me a window also, which is basically an opportunity, and I don't know what it has to do with them wanting their own space, and then literally outside of this window is like galaxy, like basically like this. So I have no idea what that is, but this one doesn't feel very good. It feels very self-centered and very like I wanna focus on what I wanna focus on, basically. And I'll give you one last thing here, make it good. Okay. Okay. So this last thing that they're showing me is vibrates at a level of courage. Just close my eyes. Okay. Oh, this is hard. Basically, what they showed me here was they're saying, I don't want rain. I don't want rain. This is obviously symbolic. So I don't want a rainy day. I don't want sorrow. I don't want despair. But there's an apology here. It's a very difficult apology, what they're saying here. I'll give you one last here. Sorry, I just feel called to do one more. Okay, so I think this has to do with the responsibility that they were talking about before, but this time they're saying, I want it now. I want it back. I want this responsibility. So instead of them basically rejecting the responsibility, they're ending with this last impression they're giving me is they're basically saying, I want this back. They're walking towards it. Okay? Do you feel that this was her? Hopefully. Awesome. Do you want to tell us anything else about her? Maybe how she passed? Usually they're not telling me anything about how they passed. But I will tell you that I feel like there was a little bit of regret here on their part. I feel like what they were trying to tell me here. Perfect. As long as you feel in your heart that you know that I don't even know if this is your friend or not. Friend, family member, acquaintance, I don't know. But yes, the point of all this is basically to demonstrate that people don't leave us. They're always there if you want to connect with them. It's all a matter of being calm about it and not overthinking things. So if you want to close your eyes and like call on, I don't know, your grandma or whatever, start with a feeling. Usually your grandma will send you love. So if you close your eyes and somehow you start smiling a little bit, know that that's them. Yeah, me too. I'm a little bit intrigued, but that whole responsibility thing, there was definitely some kind of regret though, because they were showing me levels of shame there. And I was also feeling some kind of difficulty that was happening. So I don't know, maybe this has to do, or the message belonged to, I don't know, maybe a family member of theirs. Maybe you want to share this video if you don't completely resonate with all the messages. Maybe it belongs to someone that they know. They're trying to get a message here to anybody and everybody. So they will use the opportunity to speak through me to get some kind of message. If because some spirits, they really want to get their story out there. They want to be heard. And they want to continue doing good. They still want to have influence here for people on the earth plane. And it's not common for them to speak through people, so they will use that opportunity to try to get a message across. Yes, I'm still doing some readings. I'm still having fun. We have a lot of Shirley and Carrie and Sherry's. We have a lot. You guys see this? We have Carrie, Shirley. What else? We had yeah, we had Sherry's too. Can't keep up with some of these names. There had a lot of Carrie. Oh no, you're still here. Okay, perfect. You guys are always commenting on the skincare. It's the filter. Trust me. I don't want to turn the filter off because then you guys are going to be like... And it's this lighting. It's all about the lighting, you guys. Okay. So shall we do, let's try to do a regular reading now. I'll do one regular reading. So if anybody wants to present a question to me, it could be about anything. I'm not going to ask you guys to keep the question to yourself. You can just tell me the question and I'll answer a question. That's why I'm not going to turn the filter off. Let me use the bathroom real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna read. Somebody, if you want me to answer a question for you, just put it in the chat. Just put it there. I'll read it when I get back. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Does AJ want to come back to reunite with me? Okay. I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom. How are you doing? He got his teeth cleaned today. You guys want to see his brand new teeth? He's missing a tooth. I'll be back. Alright. It's gonna take a little. Student TV visitation on nothing. I miss my dogs. I know. My ex-husband took the dogs and didn't let me know where. Oh my god. Thank you. They were well looked after and loved, but it hurts so much, and it should. Oh, Aria, you're so sweet. Always looking out for me. You threatened me with divorce. So I'm gonna. The filters won't work if you didn't have such a beautiful. Oh please. All right, I'm gonna. Isha, don't make me blush. Well, you shouldn't be threatened with a good time. Okay, I'm going to answer this question really quick for Shirley, and then we're gonna go back to the mediumship readings. So Shirley. Does AJ want to come back to reunite with Shirley Silverfox? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ask Spirit to show me information in regards to AJ. So it's going to be filtered by Spirit. So I'm not going to like pry and look into AJ without his consent. But whatever Spirit wants to show me, I'm comfortable with doing. So this should be within your highest. Oh no. Okay, well I'm not gonna like assume anything as of now, but obviously that is gonna play a role. It could just mean that this is in the current energies. Heartbreak. But, you know, I was gonna look further into you gotta unpeel the layers here. Okay. Okay, so the kind of good thing is that at least in regards to AJ here, they're at the level of neutrality. Okay, but it's kind of passive energy, so they're likely not active at all, and maybe not even thinking about X, Y, and Z a lot. But when people are in neutrality, it usually is an indication that they're comfortable where they're at. They're not like in hate or anger or shame or guilt. They're good, you know. So if you were to bring them something, or you were to like, you know, reach out or whatever, I'm not gonna assume here. I'm gonna still close my eyes to get a feel for the energy, but it looks like it wouldn't ruffle any feathers, if you know what I mean. It could be like a friendship level thing here that might be going on, but I'm gonna close my eyes. I feel nice here. I'm actually hearing them. So they put basically their consciousness, they put it inside. I'm a medium, right? So I'll allow the energy to fill me, and then I can hear their thoughts and their intentions. This person has good intentions for you. They're saying, I don't want to give you up. I don't want to give you up. They like you, okay? There's love here. Okay. So what's coming through here is they're basically saying, I love space. So I don't know if there's just saying, I love my own space. I love my own, like, you know, people like feel themselves basically. So sometimes you can't really feel yourself so much when you have people around. So I don't know what that means, but hold on, so I have my symbol dictionary too, and space is one of them that comes through. So I'm just gonna read it and see if that lines up. Space. That's not it. Okay. Hanged Man, active enlightenment. Okay. Readjustment, plan to give away only what is necessary to prevent stunting own happiness. It's an indication that people have given away what they value most and they're tired of giving it away. So they're in a adjustment, like in a middle period thing. I'll do one more. Okay, so they're vibrating at guilt basically, but they're healing it. But they're still at guilt, but they're passive enough to where they don't have to feel guilt. And usually guilt will signify that some people are like, they'll have like a victim mentality, or they'll likely blame others for negative circumstances. They might have like bouts of rage that just come out uncontrollably. But as of right now, they're like in a safe space. They've walked away from this so that they don't have to feel that. But they're still vibrating on the level of guilt, but they're basically healing it because they're staying away from this. One last. Okay. I'm ending this with, it's good. They're saying, I love my partner. Yes. I love my partner. Yes. Yeah. So it looks pretty good here. Congrats. You're cared for. At the very least, just know that this person like has an open door for you. That's all that I got. That's all that Spirit will allow me to see. Okay, shall we return to the mediumship readings, guys? That was a little bit interesting. I don't know. I kind of want to do these mediumship stuff. If you guys really want me to read for you, my donation links are there. You can always make a donation, and that will always get my attention. And like, I always try to do a really good job, put a lot of effort, because you guys are giving me money. When you guys give me money, that really gets my attention. But other than that, I'm gonna kind of just stick to my own agenda, which is these mediumship readings, because it's kind of fun. Hi, Reshma. But if you really want some help and you like actually think that I can help, you can always make a donation. All right. What's going on, Aria? What happened? Can I try to do? Yeah, please. I'm just trying to have fun here, you guys. It's Friday night. I worked a long week. I'm really trying to just make sure that I have a good time in my life. No offense. So, okay. Bye, Reshma. Shall we do another mediumship reading? Oh, you wanted to read me? Yes, please do it. G. Okay. Okay. I'm listening. This is fun. I can see why you guys are asking about my skincare routine. Like, oh yeah, it does look good, huh? Slim sugar length, dark blonde hair with waves, medium height. I might be, so I don't know about the G, but you might be onto something with this, with the blonde hair and the waves thingy. It's okay, keep going. No worries, don't let that stop you. Stay calm, stay centered to your heart. And just let spirit overtake you. Let them make an imprint on you. And listen very, very deeply. And allow them to show you something. Do I have a bracelet? Thanks, Delara. I have bracelets on. I just... no, not really. But it's okay, keep trying. He was... Okay, so I do have somebody who did pass. He was blonde, he had dark blonde hair. He was a character. Music? Ask him to show you something that would tell me or indicate or strongly indicate that it would be him. He was a party animal, for sure. We need a panel. What kind of panel? He did have a cat. Perfect. Yes. That is actually yes. Mm-hmm. He did have a cat. I only went to his house once, and he had a cat there, and he was. I think everyone likes music, but it wasn't like he wasn't. I didn't spend too much time with him, but we were definitely close. He should have a lot of love for me, yes, as I do for him. I do. He was here with me a couple months ago. Maybe like a couple months ago, he was here in my apartment here. Nice. See? I'm so proud. You guys can do this too. I do have a T name. I do have someone with a T name. Uh-huh. Yeah. For sure. TR. Uh-huh. I do have somebody with a TR name. That's crazy. Whoa. I'm listening now. No pressure, but you're doing. I won't jinx anything, but you have my attention right now. Yes, let me know what else you're picking up around this person. I'm very, very intrigued. And I'll tell you a story when you finish here. Ask them to give you a little image of them. I'm not going to say their pronouns. Wait, no. Okay, keep going. They're not blonde, but their hair was curly. Remember, don't force anything. Don't push. Only allow. We were the same height, so, you know, average height. Not too tall. Don't push. Be empty. All thoughts and feelings aside. Be a perfect, clear vehicle for their energy to sit within you. Allow your body to be imprinted by their energy. Let their energy speak through your cells. And listen very deeply and intently. Bibinka. Did you just say bibinka? Isn't that a dessert? He was a singer. Yes, he did sing. Oh shoot, you're definitely... I'm not sure about the drawing. I don't think so. Not that I know of. I think it's pretty wild that you got the TR name. It's okay. It's very, very normal. But I think you definitely channeled something there. The fact that you got a TR name, I am a believer that you got it, that you got that. I have a friend, actually he's a kind of an ex. His name is Travis, and he passed unexpectedly. Very, very tragically. Can I tell you guys a story? Now that you're talking about it. So this is funny because I was friends with Travis, and you know, we like saw each other for a little bit, but he was in the closet, and we definitely loved each other. He couldn't be in a relationship with a guy. He was too closeted, but he loved me. And you know, we would text sometimes, and I was doing Facebook Live readings one night, and he had called me. He was calling me while I was doing a live reading. This was back in 2020, so 5 years ago. And my phone was ringing, and I couldn't answer it because I was doing live reading, so I didn't want to, you know, interrupt or just kind of like take a phone call while I was doing a reading for somebody. And unfortunately, I didn't pick it up. But I texted him and I told him that I just wanted to catch up and that I'll talk to him tomorrow. And he liked my message with a thumbs up. And then I texted him the next day, and he didn't answer. And I didn't think anything of it. And I texted him probably like a week after the same thing. I was like, hey, I just wanted to catch up, see how you are. And he didn't answer. And another week passed by, and I started to get worried. And I was texting him, I was like, are you mad at me? So on and so forth. And he wouldn't answer. And I didn't have his Facebook, I didn't have his Instagram, nothing. And the thing is, he had actually died that night that he called me, and I didn't answer his phone. I couldn't answer his phone. He actually died like 5-6 hours later, early in the morning, from a drug overdose. But the crazy thing is that I didn't find out. Okay. I found out actually that he died because I went to this IHOP restaurant where he used to work. And I asked around, I was like, hey, do you guys know Travis? I've been trying to contact him and he hasn't been answering. And that's when one of the managers over there had told me that he had passed away. Yeah. But the crazy thing was that I found out 45 days later that he actually passed, so I missed his funeral. But let me tell you, this is the crazy part. So he was African American, and within those 45 days, where I didn't know what had happened to him, I would be in public at like the grocery store I was at, and I went to Washington D.C. to go get crabs with my family. I was also parked on the side of a road. There were black men, okay? Don't ask me why, but there were black men that would come up to me and basically just start yelling at me for no reason. And it was so weird, and I even texted Travis on his phone, and I was like, I was still trying to contact him, because I was like, why do black men hate me or something? Because I would just be in random places where these black men they were on the job, basically, but they had some kind of problem with me for some reason. I don't know, I annoyed them, or they were just having a bad day and they wanted to take it out on me, and this had never happened before. I'd never had like random strangers who were on the job that came up to me and was like trying to cause problems with me. So I was really like, what's happening? But all of the guys who were trying to cause problems with me were all African American. And it happened 3 times within this 45-day threshold time frame, in which I was still trying to figure out like where my friend is. And so when I finally found out what had happened to Travis, that he had passed, like, I was no longer having issues with, African American black guys coming up to me and basically yelling at me for no reason. And it was actually my friend trying to tell me that he had passed, because he knew that I was looking for him. And so he was using these black guys basically to get my attention. So I just wanted to share that spirit can get other people. They can use people basically to try to send a message. He was trying to send a message to me. He knew I was looking for him. And yeah, it was crazy, actually. Yeah. Thanks, you guys. Crazy story, right? Unbelievable. Yeah, he is, actually. He was an angel. Everybody loved him. He was such a nice guy. Anyways, that's my story. And I think, Carrie, I think you were likely. And I have another friend who was blonde. And he's the one with the cat. And he died in 2015 from also a drug overdose. Yes, this is the universe that we live in. Synchronicities are happening. Spirits are trying to get our attention. And so I truly believe that when we have a paranormal experience, for example, if you see like an apparition, I usually tend to believe that they are spirits that are still earthbound, but they see something in us, whether we're going through a challenging time in our life, and they usually have a story of their own. And they can relate to us. They can look at us and look at our energy and say, I know and I can relate to this person. And so that's usually when they'll make themselves known to you. But it's not usually to scare you, it's because they're trying to get your attention. They're trying to help you in some form or fashion. And at the same time, it's also, they're trying to get attention from you as well, because on some level, they also want your help as well. They want their story told. They have a story of themselves. And so I watch a lot of like Kim Russo, the psychic medium. It's a fascinating show. She's a fascinating, astonishing psychic medium. So humble, so awesome. But the stories that she's able to give voices to these spirits who have passed, and it's always beautiful, you know. Everybody gets a healing at the very end. Everybody always learns about something. It learns something about themselves. And it's always spirit trying to guide us to, you know, let things that we need to let go of or change our perceptions and our priorities. It's usually like, I don't know. You guys have to watch that. I can't even explain it. I'm so bad with words. Lugao, you're so Filipino. Yes, no coincidence. I once had a dream that my dad was lying in a coffin filled with water that was swishing like waves. The same day he went fishing, it got lost. Whoa. Oh my gosh, that's definitely spirit. Whoa, that's crazy. That's amazing too. Yes. Aren't these stories so interesting? I love hearing these stories. That is so cool. And Aria, yeah, you guys want to open up? Look, I do this for fun, so you know, if you want to learn to like do this stuff on command, it's very possible. You know, it doesn't have to be free. It doesn't have to be few. Only happen like infrequently. You can make it happen at any time if you want, and you can bring signs and symbols from spirit for other people too. It's very, very gratifying and very, very cool. In my opinion, I think it's cool. Other people might be like, what the hell is he doing? Thank you for sharing your story. Yes, thank you so much everybody for being nice to each other. As well, go anyone else in the chat. It makes me feel better when my mom died. I felt her around me. I think it's a great gift. Yeah, so we can always basically know that whenever we want to reach out to something, feel lonely, we're really not. So what should I do, guys? We've been here for 160 minutes now. This was really nice being able to share a little bit about our experiences. Thank you, Carrie, for Carrie gave me a reading. Thank you. Yo, no problem. Thank you for reading me. Do it anytime. You did great. Am I into astrology? Somewhat. I saw her in the mirrors. Okay. I think I want to do one more reading. What do you think? Should I do one more reading? One more mediumship reading? Let's do one more mediumship reading for someone who's going to be the lucky person. I wouldn't say lucky. Let's just see who's our guinea pig. Because who knows, I might be tired. Yeah, please! I'm honored to be your little guinea pig here. Do the Reiki on me. Oh. Okay. Morbid? No, this is all uplifting. Other people might see it that way, but we know this is like, this is such a safe place. We can get high off spirit, not high off food or drugs or sugar or stimulation. Like, this is spiritual high, you know. I think this is very nerdy. I'm a nerd. I'm a spiritual nerd. I like it, okay? He came to me in my dreams to tell my mom my brother said he won the lottery when I sent him Reiki. Okay, then you send me Reiki all day long. Then my mom passed away after him 3 years later. Okay, so that's a lot of people that passed for you, Jasmine. Shirley, didn't I read for you earlier? If no one speaks up, I'm gonna try to read for I think maybe Jasmine. Just a little sign here. It's okay. I don't blame you. Yeah. Okay. I'll do a little read here for Jasmine. You were mentioning a lot of people. So just tell me a name that you would like me to connect to, and then we'll try that. Isabel. Okay. Alrighty. Isabel. Isabel. Oh yeah. Alright. Isabel, please come through here. Spirit guides, if you could please help bring the spirit of Isabel to make themselves known here to Jasmine. Bring a sign, a few signs here. Let us know that it's you, Isabel. Asking only the spirit of Isabel to come through. No other souls, please. Please come through with your personality. Anything very unique. Images, scenes that you'd like to show me. That let us know that it's really, really you, Isabel. I'm gonna turn this fan off. It's getting so cold. Oh my god, it's 12:35 in the morning. Alright. Maybe I'll be able to answer Risha after this. Isabel. too far. I take it too far sometimes, right? Just wanted to do one more. Okay. So hopefully I'm still channeling, because sometimes Spirit will tell me to stop. But Seven of Swords is coming through here as an omen. I'm gonna close my eyes. I don't know what if Spirit's actually gonna let me read. Okay. One more. I don't know if I'm actually reading for you. I'm looking out to see if this is Spirit talking to me, telling me to rest. It might be. Yeah, I have to stop now. They're telling me to stop. I had a feeling they were going to do that. So I'm sorry, Jasmine. But yeah, this is definitely the stopping point for today. Look at I've been on for 167 minutes. This is the longest live I've ever done. But this was totally worth it. Totally enjoyed my time with y'all. Thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure. Hopefully, I've inspired you to spend time alone with your heart a lot and try to feel some signs and symbols from your loved ones, or if you want to you want a question answer for yourself, always listen in, tune into your hearts. This is your electrical socket to charge your phone, if you will. Okay, so spend time here, turn the mind off, center yourself here with your heart. This is where all the answers are. Okay, so this was very fun, and I can't believe, Aria, you're still here. I can't believe you just, love ya. I do tarot and sense when I read from a side, don't trust, so I just wanted confirmation. I wish I'd give you confirmation. I was literally about to close my eyes for you. I was like, I need to stop. It's too much. But I'll do it tomorrow. Look, listen, it's weekend, so I'll be here tomorrow. But yeah, this was fun. I should do this more often. What do you guys think? You guys like the mediumship stuff? I liked it. Alright. Alright, you guys have a great day. I don't know. We'll just see. I mean, this is not my first time doing mediumship readings, so that's why I was like not as nervous as you'd think I would be. I used to do these, I wouldn't say a lot, but I've done these for sure in the past, and yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out again. You guys rest well too. Enjoy your day if it's still daylight. Bye.